Today is May 4th, and we are here with Elwyn Longen for game number 1 of a 2-game doubleheader. Number 5, Magma Ranch, is coming into this game with a record of 3-4. They'll travel to number 3, Walker Butte, with a record of 4-3. Walker Butte started this season a little rough. They were 0-3. They won their first game against Copper Basin, who was also 0-3 at the time. The season kind of took off after that as they won their final 4 regular season games, heading on to the playoffs. Walker Butte was matched up with Copper Basin a second time, who had pushed their record to 2-5. Those Coyotes, though, they continued their incredible momentum, beating Copper Basin by a score of 54-48 to get into the semifinals. Now, Magma Ranch had an up-and-down season to get here. After the first week, they held on to that first place in the league from their incredible ability to score inside the paint. However, the Mustangs lost their next 2 games before taking down Anthem in week 4. When Magma Ranch could control the interior of the court, they were completely unstoppable. But an inability to defend the perimeter left them vulnerable. Entering the playoffs, they were 3-4, matched up against Santan Heights. The Santan Heights team won the regular season matchup 46-44, but the Mustangs got their revenge with a 10-point victory in the quarterfinals. Elwyn, what do you think are the keys for the game for a Walker Butte win?
Melissa, I do believe that if Walker Butte wants to continue, they got to start from when they started their streak when they beat Copper Basin. That was a big high for their team, and they've been on a hot streak ever since. Keeping the momentum is very important, especially since Magma Ranch owns the paint. They're going to have to penetrate, pass the ball to the perimeter, and take them shots, and hopefully they can do it very accurately. Again, defending the paint is going to be very tough for them, but I think if they can get Magma Ranch to shoot from the outside, they will have a chance today.
So what do you think Magma would have to do to take the win this afternoon?
Almost like the opposite. You know, their season's been up and down to this point. So for them the key for them is really controlling the ball inside the paint. If they can keep pushing the ball down inside, they'll take this game very easily. However, with Walker Butte's shooting accuracy from the 3-point range, it's going to be tough. They're going to have to spread their defense out a little bit to be able to make sure that they cover that 3 points.
I think it's a pretty strong matchup, but I got to ask you, who are you betting on this one?
If Walker Butte can hit those threes and slow down the paint play, I think Walker Butte has a good chance of winning today.
All righty. Back to you, Steve and David, with gameplay in game 1 of our
All right, thank you, Ms. Lopez. We are here in the gym of Walker Butte. Our first game of the doubleheader today as Walker Butte takes on Magma Ranch, and both of those teams look pretty good coming into this game as we get ready to kick it off today, huh, Coach Silvas?
Yes, they do. They both are 1-0 in the playoffs and looking to ride the momentum to try to get to that championship game.
And we get ready for a tip-off here to determine who is going to make it to the championship game. You know, as the season has gone on, one thing has been really impressive, and that's just how big Magma Ranch has been in the paint, just scoring easy buckets.
Yeah, they're able to use that to their advantage, obviously. Height at any league is a good thing, and there we see right away they're using it to their advantage.
Absolutely. Magma Ranch hits the 8-footer to go up 2-0 as we start the first quarter. Walker Butte takes the ball up for their first possession of the game.
Let's see how Magma Ranch uses their defense against Walker Butte, who's got some athletes.
And Walker Butte seems to be trying to spread out the Mustangs, and nice drive to the basket there, but the defense collapses. That rolls off the rim, and Magma's got a fast break opportunity here. Good interior defense, though.
Good defense.
Sometimes it's hard to pass the ball in the middle when those big guys have their big wingspan.
Yeah, they're going to have to look to get to the paint some other way. Ooh, that was a big shot.
It's an ill-advised shot. I know you get the 3 points, but as a coach, you got to ask your player, is a 25-footer fadeaway That's a pretty low percentage shot, and then Walker Butte can't rely on that for the entire game.
No, you got to have your offensive sets, and you got to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Oh, and one. That shot counts. Magma Ranch pushes their lead to 1 point as they go 4-3, and you have a foul shot there. Just late getting over on defense on that play.
Exactly. Foul trouble is going to be a key factor in both teams. We'll see which one it impacts first.
And there you go. That free throw is good. Magma Ranch extends their lead to 2 points. Just under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Walker Butte gets into their half-court set and will start to find their way through the defense.
Looks like Walker Butte wants to do some pick and rolls.
And that's a really nice interior shot right there. I mean, even though you had the 2 defenders in there, good separation, and that's more of the kind of shot Walker Butte needs to take.
Well, he's got some talent, no doubt.
And Magma Ranch has the ball near the top of the key. Swinging the ball on the outside, and the 3-point shot is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Walker Butte. They head up the court, passing the ball on the perimeter. Once again, trying to find out how to penetrate that Magma Ranch defense. A really spread out, open offense by Walker Butte right now as they take the 3. And that goes over the backboard, out of bounds, Magma Ranch ball. Do you agree with the spread style of offense that Walker Butte's putting out there right now?
Well, I think they're trying to use the pick and roll, but it looks like the Magma Ranch is confusing them with their defensive rotations and a couple of ill-advised shots, as you said. They're going to have to really get that under control if they're wanting to win.
All right, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Interior shot is once again good.
There's that size again. It's going to be a problem for if Walker Butte doesn't figure it out.
That's really the team identity of Magma Ranch is points in the paint. When they have outscored their opponents in the paint, they usually come away with the victory. The few games where they've relied on perimeter shooting, that's where they haven't looked as strong.
No doubt.
A nice shot there by Walker Butte, but that does fall off the side of the rim. Here come the Mustangs. 3-pointer from the corner is no good. Boxed out by Walker Butte as they head up the other side of the court.
Good job of Magma Ranch getting back on defense.
And it looked like a fast break opportunity, and it was stopped short right there at the 3-point line. And shot off the rim as Magma Ranch makes their way up the court, into the key, underneath the basket, and a nice layup.
There's that size again.
And 9 points for Magma Ranch, and I think of those, 6 of those have been points in the paint. Really strong on the inside.
It's going to be a problem. Let's see what Walker Butte can do to retaliate.
You know, Magma Ranch shooting 67% from the field, while Walker Butte is only shooting 33%. But we do have a foul on that attempt. Send number 17 to the line, shooting 2 free throws.
You know, one of the things that's already being displayed in this game is the defensive rebounding by Magma Ranch. You know, I always teach my kids that defense doesn't stop until you get the defensive rebound. And Magma Ranch throughout this whole season has been a very, very good defensive rebounding team. So kudos to them and their coaching staff for implementing that.
And I know we're early in this game, but Walker Butte has the highest points per game of any team remaining here in the playoffs, averaging 50.4 points per game. But the slow style of offense they're playing, it really looks like they're going to struggle to get to that point total playing this style that they're playing right now.
And again, you got to give credit to Magma Ranch and their defense. There's another defensive rebound. Let's see what they do.
1 for 2 on the free throws as Magma Ranch sets up their offense. They have the ball at the top of the key. Not a lot of movement out of Magma Ranch. It looks like they're trying to find the ball out into the interior, but not a lot of player movement on the court.
Well, both teams are looking to do the pick and roll. Looks like Magma Ranch is trying to get it to their big man, but Walker Butte did a good job there.
And with the shot clock expiring there, kind of a tough shot there from the corner that falls in. Magma Ranch extends their lead to 5 points.
You're going to need to make some of those in this tournament if you want to win.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Absolutely. I'd rather take that.
Oh, and a hard foul. Count the basket. Once again, Walker Butte scores the basket, and I don't know how he made that. He ended up on the floor. That was a solid body contact, but he stayed with it and has a chance for the and one here.
Number 2 for Walker Butte is definitely a tough kid. He took that on the chin and made the bucket and the free throw.
Makes the free throw, and under a minute to go, we have a 2-point game here as Magma Ranch brings the ball up court. And once again on the inside, but that pass is just a little off target. Number 23 fumbles the ball out of bounds, and Walker Butte, despite not looking that strong in the early game, has a chance to come down here and tie or take the lead on this possession.
They've been sticking around. They've definitely been sticking around.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter of playoff game number 1. Walker Butte has the ball in the corner. Swings the ball around the top of the key. It looks like they might be trying to go for a 2-for-1 shot opportunity here. Still passing the ball around the perimeter. We have a 3-point opportunity that is no good. Rebound by Magma Ranch as they have a 3 defenders back versus the 1 driving player, and still they managed to score. It was poor defense by Walker Butte on that transition.
Poor offense led to poor defense. You're right.
And Walker Butte has the ball. 15 seconds remaining to go in quarter number 1. 4-point lead for Magma Ranch. Looks like Walker Butte is going to hold on to this for the final shot of the quarter. Down to about 5 seconds. Passes to the top of the key and for 3, and ending the quarter. No good off the front of the rim. And that horn will end quarter number 1. Magma Ranch leads by a score of 13-9 at the end of quarter number 1. We'll take a short break here with a message from the Florence Unified School District, and we'll be back with quarter number 2 after this.
Hi there, my name is Mrs. Malone, and I'm a 3rd grade teacher over at Florence K-8. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say how proud I am to be a part of FUSD. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of our students across the district. You all are working so hard and you're doing great things, so keep it up. And I can't wait to see you all next year. So stay safe, stay healthy, and stay kind.
We are back here with quarter number 2. Magma Ranch looks strong. Walker Butte hanging in there, but a 4-point lead as we head to quarter number 1. Coach, let's say you're coaching Walker Butte. You kind of didn't have a very dynamic first quarter. What are you telling your team going into this second quarter?
I think you got to tell them that, you got to stick to the positives. They didn't play very well, but they're only down 2 possessions. They're only down 4 points. So you got to think of it right now is if they have the ball, they have to score, and then they have to shut down Magma, or vice versa, shut down Magma first and then score. They're only down 4 points, and they probably played, they played a subpar quarter.
Yeah, some of the worst basketball we've seen them play in a little while, but you know that they can bring it back. They've got to figure out how to play that interior defense, though. They're just absolutely getting destroyed in the paint.
They got to find a way to
And would you look at that? Another ill-advised fadeaway 3-pointer from the top of the key, but that goes in, and
I'm telling my player, great shot, don't ever do it again.
And a second chance point opportunity there for Magma as they push the lead back to 3. And Walker Butte is not going to stay in this game for long with that shot selection. They really need, even though those 2 shots have gone in, they really need to be a little more careful with the basketball.
Well, they're going to live and die with that 3-point shot, and at least right now they're semi-living. They're semi-living.
And even though that shot was no good, a little bit better moving the ball inside with a high percentage shot. And we have a drive down the lane and 1. Magma Ranch scores on the layup.
I think so far in this game, you see Walker Butte taking some ill-advised shots. That last possession, they did get it into the paint, and even though they missed it, you do like to see that they got it inside. But one thing that they got to do is they got to get back on defense. On a defensive rebound that they give up, they have to be better at it. They got to do better at transition defense.
Yeah, they really do. And Magma Ranch hits that free throw, extending their lead to 6 points as we approach the 4-minute mark. Walker Butte will reset at the top of the key as they set up their offense for this possession. Pick on the outside and a 3-pointer from way downtown. No good. Offensive rebound. 2 points for Walker Butte as they hit that shot from the corner about 10 feet away from the bucket. And it's again an ill-advised 3-point shot, but once again works out for Walker Butte.
They're going to need to have that offensive rebounding if they're going to compete.
And Magma Ranch, as they have all game, passes the ball inside. More points in the paint for the Mustangs. And wow, would you look at that? That was a full court pass, right on target. That ball is slammed down by number 20 of Walker Butte, and the foul has a chance to put on a 3-point play and keep Walker Butte in this game.
Walker Butte's going to stay in this game. They, you know, you're not here by mistake. So they got some players, and they're not going to just let it, get away from them. So kudos to those two players right there, man. Excellent pass and an excellent and one there for Walker Butte.
What type of skill does it take to, I think, a 50-foot pass and put it right on the money like that for the jam?
You gotta have special talent, no doubt.
And Magma drives the ball down the center, and that will go off the back of the iron. Rebound by Walker Butte as they bring the ball up. Passes the ball around the perimeter on the far side of the court in the corner. Working one-on-one as the Walker Butte is content to spread the Magma Ranch defense out into the corner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Just under 3 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Out on the perimeter, 3-point attempt, way short and rebounded by the Mustangs.
I thought they were doing a good job of their offense right there, but again, another 3-point shot without an offensive rebound.
And that's something that in virtual basketball you have to worry about that you don't have to worry about in high school and K-8 basketball. There's a shot clock here as Walker Butte sinks another 3, but they tied the game up with that 3-point shot.
They're staying in it, no doubt. I think if they would get their offense under control a little bit more, it might be a different game, but they're sticking in there.
Spin move in the key, falls short. Walker Butte moving the ball up. There at the free throw line. A free throw line shot off the iron. Second chance point by Walker Butte. Rebound and puts it up.
They got to get a timeout. If I'm Magma Ranch right now, I'm calling a timeout. I'm getting my kids under control, figuring out what's going on and fix it.
For the first time this game, Walker Butte has gained a lead. They're up by 2 as Walker Butte tries to figure out what to do with this unbelievable shooting. But speaking of unbelievable shooting,
that's a big shot. They needed that. Magma Ranch needed that.
3-pointer from the corner to take the lead back from the Coyotes. Let's see what the Coyotes do with this possession. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Magma Ranch as they bring the ball up. And looks like J.J. Redick for 3. Could not get the friendly roll. That 3-pointer falls off with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Walker Butte has possession as they work the ball once again around the perimeter. 18-foot shot, no good. Rebounded by Magma Ranch.
J.J. Redick doesn't miss many of those shots, so that's not a bad shot for him to be shooting there in transition.
No, and a contrast to the Walker Butte shot where Walker Butte is falling away from the basket. They're launching off of one foot. And meanwhile, Magma Ranch setting their feet, squaring up to the basket, and taking what could be considered a much better 3-point shot.
It's all about fundamentals.
J.J. Redick once again for 3. 23-footer is good. Magma Ranch back to a 4-point lead as we tick under the minute mark until halftime. Walker Butte, that not really has 2 fronts. They started to protect the... And we have and one, but as I was saying, they're protecting the paint now. Magma Ranch isn't getting those easy inside buckets, but now they're kicking it out to J.J. Redick, who's making a pay on the perimeter.
Well, they definitely can go inside and outside, and if you have a team that can do that, you're tough to beat.
Foul on Magma Ranch will send Walker Butte to the line. Shot is good. This free throw can push the lead to only 1 point. Free throw is good. 26-25. 45 seconds remaining.
Looked like Magma Ranch had a defensive lapse there.
No, but that's what Walker Butte needs to do. Those shots right there are going to keep him in this game. It's not that outside perimeter 3-point shooting from a really well-defended position. Oh, and Walker Butte blocks the shot in the lane. They'll have a one-on-one fast break. Pulls up from 22. Why do you pull up in that position there, Coach?
Well, unless they're trying to get I don't know if they could have got a 2-for-1 there, but actually a very ill-advised shot. You had to beat one defender. You got the momentum. The defender's backpedaling at that point. You got to take that. You got to take that to the rack.
Chance to take the lead going into halftime, and they blew it with a terrible shot. Meanwhile, Magma Ranch launches from 3 as we head to halftime. No good. And that's going to bring us to halftime as Magma Ranch leads by only 1 point, 26-25. We'll take a short break here and be back after halftime and short message.
virtual basketball fans from Florence Unified School District. I'm Bob from Daily Yogurt and More. Since you're all playing at home, we thought you might want some treats for participating. So if you come into Daily Yogurt anytime between 11 and 8, 7 days a week, and just say virtual basketball, we'll let you get a free yogurt with every yogurt purchased. Yes, that's one yogurt free for every yogurt purchased. Come on in, we're at Combs and Ganzel in the Fry Shopping Center. Thank you.
We are back in the arena as we wrap up halftime here. Both teams had a chance to talk strategy and figure out what's going on in this game. You know, Magma Ranch, even within the first half, seemed to move their strategy from more of an inside from the lane strategy to an outside shooting strategy, where Walker Butte, really, despite the close score, seemed a bit out of sorts, not really having an identity as a team.
Yeah, they just kind of relied on their athleticism, their streaky shooting, a couple of lapses by Magma Ranch, and really should be very, very pleased that they're only down one at this point in the game.
I mean, no kidding. I mean, some of those shots, they won't hit but 10% of the time, and they managed to hit 3 or 4 of those, and you take those shots away, all of a sudden you're looking at a 10-point lapse going in to the third quarter.
And if you're Magma Ranch, you could look at it that way as say, like, listen, they kind of shot the lights out there in the first half, so maybe we're...
And that is what they need to do right there. Pass down the middle, no defender in position. Walker Butte takes the lead with a really high percentage shot there, and Magma's got to do better than that.
Al definitely got to do better than that.
Ball inside to Magma Ranch. 8-footer drops for the Mustangs as they reclaim the lead. This game goes back and forth once again. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in quarter number 3 as Walker Butte has the ball on the perimeter.
One team's got to take control on the defensive side. It looks like they're getting...
And another inside pass, another shot, even though that one doesn't go, draws the foul. Walker Butte will be at the line shooting 2 with another chance to take the lead, but much like that first possession, working the ball inside, and finally looks like maybe coach told them, guys, you got to stop taking those perimeter shots.
Well, they're high percentage shots for a reason, and they're going to be made more often than not. So looks like the coach is making a difference here, and saying like, let's get the ball inside. You know, good things can happen when you get the ball inside. You're either going to make it or you're going to get fouled, and either one of those is going to be a good thing. Also, you can also get an and one. So there's a lot of positives for taking the ball inside.
And, these two teams did match up in the regular season. Walker Butte won the regular season meeting between these two games by a score of 60-53. In fact, this is the game that they scored their 60 points in. So definitely Walker Butte matches up well against Magma Ranch.
Definitely. We're just going to have to see how it goes on from here.
3-pointer from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Walker Butte as they bring the ball up. Looks like they might have had an opportunity for a fast break, but they pull up, and once again, ill-advised 3-point shot from 25 feet away.
Yeah, you don't like to see that as a coach. You got a chance to get a layup there, and you don't get it, and you end up settling for a 3. Not a good choice by Walker Butte.
No, and every time they show that streak of brilliance and that they really can control this game, there's an ill-advised shot that puts them once again in the backseat of this game.
Absolutely. There's another 3 that's missed. Although
No,
that was a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I mean, from the corner, not a defender in sight, but Magma Ranch gets the same shot and the same result off the front of the iron as it's rebounded by Walker Butte. They bring the ball up.
I'm wondering if fatigue might play a little role in that. And, we've had a couple of 3s by both teams early on in this quarter, and I think they could have maybe gone a different route and getting a layup.
Another missed 3 by Walker Butte there. And a lot of these 3s are coming early in the shot clock where you have time to move the ball around, as we see Magma Ranch put another 2 points on the board, but with another perimeter shot.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if legs are definitely going to be a factor in this, because we're seeing a lot of shots, lazy passes there, not getting back on defense, and some wide open 3s that are being missed.
You know, you've got 20 seconds to work the ball inside like Magma Ranch did right there, off the backboard and in as Magma Ranch extends their lead to 4 points once again. But you have this time to work the ball inside, and it seems like both teams are content to take the first shot that comes their way.
Well, the coaches are going to have to get a handle on that, because you can't rely on those all the time. You got to do more of that.
Drives the lane off the top of the backboard there. Pulls Walker Butte back within 2 as we hit the 2-minute mark in quarter number 3. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Magma Ranch. Is that a good timeout there, Coach?
That's a good timeout. I think that Magma Ranch is not doing what they're supposed to, and Coach is going to have to tell them about it.
Yeah, and while we have this opportunity, one of the things that we can talk about here is turnovers, as we've seen Walker Butte turn the ball over a few times. And Magma Ranch, as one of the 4 remaining teams, Magma Ranch scores more points off of turnovers than any other team, averaging about 6.5 points per game off of their opponent's turnovers.
Well, they're definitely a defensive-minded team, and you know, as a coach myself, I like to tell them that if we're going to get a steal and we're going to get a block and we're going to create some turnovers, we got to be willing to capitalize on it and get some easy points for our team.
And you look at some of the games from the regular season by Magma Ranch. If you're scoring 6 points off of turnovers, you win by 2, you win by 4. That's really the difference between a win and a loss.
Absolutely, and you can show that to your kids after the game. Like, listen, this is why we teach and practice what we do, is because, you know, especially in the tournament, you know, you're not going to blow a team out by 20, 30 points. So the 6 points that you get here, or the 5 points that you get there, can definitely be the difference between a win or a loss.
Now, is that something that you talk to your kids about when you're coaching? Like, some of these plays early game, they don't seem like a big deal. Some of these turnovers in the first quarter or second quarter don't seem like they're all that impactful. But at the end of the game, they really can be the difference between a win and a loss.
Absolutely. You go back, and if you lose by one of the things I like to ask my players after a game is if we lost, is, hey, how many layups did you miss, or how many free throws did you miss? And if we lost by 2 or 3 points and we have 2 or 3 people missing 1 or 2 layups, then there's definitely the difference in the game. So it's very critical. Every possession definitely counts.
And Magma Ranch extends the lead to 4, and then from the corner, Walker Butte hits the 3-pointer.
They might be hot all game. I don't know. I know that they've missed some, but they're definitely not shy of shooting that shot, so you know they might be shooting like that the rest of this game.
But now here we are in quarter 3, and all of a sudden Magma Ranch's perimeter defense seems non-existent as they put up a 3. And look at that offensive rebound in the middle. Second chance points for Magma Ranch. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 points, and not a Coyote in sight on that play.
You got to put the body on him.
Oh, but they do come back. Ball does not fall, but that long
I think
pass.
we might have had some celebration there by Magma Ranch. You know, they got an offensive rebound or 2 offensive rebounds, and they didn't get back on defense.
You know, that's a play you want to celebrate, though, when you see the athleticism that, I mean, it's hard not to celebrate after a play like that.
Right.
Walker Butte at the line with 2 free throws, a chance to cut this lead to 1 point with just over a minute to go in quarter number 2. First free throw is up. And nothing but net as we have a 2-point game. Substitutes will come in as we await the results of this second free throw right here. But Walker Butte hanging in there, even though, as I watch this game, if the score wasn't on the screen, it really seems like Magma Ranch has been the better team in this game.
They definitely have, or it definitely looks that way. But, you know, when you got some players on the Walker Butte side that can score and score in bunches, you know, they're going to stay in the game just beyond their athleticism.
A steal by Walker Butte, but a steal again by Magma Ranch. Great defensive plays followed by terrible defensive plays, and Magma Ranch back to a 3-point lead.
You got to win those 50-50 balls. You know, you stress it in practice and obviously in games, but those are killers.
Walker Butte setting up their offense, have the ball on the perimeter. One-on-one matchup there at the top of the key as Walker Butte tries to figure out what to do with this Magma Ranch defense. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and off the front of the rim. That 3-pointer is no good. Magma Ranch brings the ball up. 3-point lead with 24 seconds remaining. Shot from the outside is no good. Walker Butte secures the rebound, and you think they'll be content for the last shot. And it looks like they are going to pull the ball out and wait for the last shot of quarter number 3. Chance to tie it up going into quarter 3, which would be a big victory for the Coyotes.
That'd be a huge victory.
And the shot from the wing is no good. That will end quarter number 3. Magma Ranch leads by 3 with a score of 38-35 as we head into the 4th and final quarter. And we'll be back after this message from the Florence Fight.
Hi, I'm Jeff Christ, Assistant Principal at Circle Cross Ranch K-8 STEM Academy. On behalf of the Circle Cross Ranch staff, we just want to reach out and say how much we miss everyone, and we hope everyone is at home, staying safe, staying healthy, and we can't wait to see you guys back on campus again real soon so we can see all your smiling faces. Go Cheetahs!
All right, and here we are back for the final quarter of action as we see Coach Doc Rivers talking to the Magma Ranch Mustangs, the virtual Doc Rivers, of course, letting those Mustangs know what they need to do.
Well, it all comes down to this. I mean, 1 quarter left. If you're Magma Ranch, you're thinking, let's try to get it back inside. 4th quarter is definitely where the legs are going to be a factor. Fatigue is going to be a factor. And if you're Walker Butte, again, you can just keep saying, like, listen, we're only down 3. We got to just push ahead right here.
So fatigue is a factor in quarter number 4. Who do you think that favors? Does that give the advantage to Magma Ranch or Walker Butte?
It should give the advantage to Magma Ranch because they got that inside presence, but we'll see.
And once again with the strong offensive rebound in the second chance point as Magma Ranch extends their lead to 5. It seems like it's been a while since they've had a lead of more than 5 points. So despite how lopsided this game is seen, Walker Butte stayed in this entire game.
Yeah, they, a couple of defensive stops there, a move there.
Good inside move.
Just going to keep them into the game, no doubt.
And Magma Ranch is trying to figure out how to stop these Walker Butte Coyotes from scoring. And that last one was just an easy bucket there in the lane. Magma Ranch passes the ball out on the perimeter. Everybody's matched up man-to-man, and a steal as the pass goes inside, and a fast break by Walker Butte. Slams the ball down, lead down to 1. 4 minutes left in this game.
That could be a momentum changer. That's a good timeout. That's a great timeout by Magma Ranch.
That's a timeout I would take too. I mean, you're coming down to the wire here. You've got under 4 minutes left to go in this ball game. You've managed to hold control during this entire game. And then you give up that fast break and an easy point that is going to get this home crowd fired up.
Definitely. And lazy passes there by Magma Ranch. They're going to have to do a better job of making you got to make the good pass here and not let the Walker Butte Coyotes, you can't give them any opportunities to get back into this game.
Anyway, and we saw it in quarter number 3, and we just saw it again in quarter number 4. The Magma Ranch is controlling this game with their offensive rebounding. You take those offensive rebounds away, and perhaps Walker Butte might be ahead at this point in the game.
They probably would be. They got the defensive stop there. They got some hot, streaky shooting in the first half. But yeah, they're sticking around. Magma Ranch is going to have to do something to put this game away if they want to advance.
And the magic number for Walker Butte here statistically is 47. We've played 8 games in this season right here, and Walker Butte has not lost a game all season where they've scored 47 points.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, then, yeah, so Walker Butte is going to have to get to that magic number. We'll see. They're going to have to do it on defense.
And the ball is back in play as Magma Ranch kind of probes the outside, but the pocket was picked as Walker Butte sends the ball inside. That pass is tipped away. Magma Ranch gets the ball 2-on-2 fast break, but they'll be content to pull it up there to the top of the key and set their offense. Ball swung around the perimeter. And a pass on the inside secured by Magma Ranch for an easy layup. 3-point lead with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, and Walker Butte will try and find a response.
They're going to have to do something pretty quick here. You don't want to give Magma Ranch all the momentum.
And a three-pointer. That looked like it could have been good, and
those are soul crushing. That went right in and right out.
Yeah, it's a bad moment when you see the ball go halfway in the rim. You're getting ready to celebrate, and
Absolutely. You're
pops
already
right out.
celebrating.
And here comes Magma Ranch trying to extend this lead to a 2-possession lead. But once again, a steal pocket picked as Walker Butte has a chance to once again tie this game on the possession. Great shot there by Walker Butte as they cut the lead to 1 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Walker Butte has definitely stepped up their defense in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can ride it all the way.
And Magma Ranch, little spin move in the lane. Shot rolls around and off as Walker Butte has the ball, down 1 point, drives along the side of the court. Man, that looked like that could have been good, but...
They needed that one too.
And once again, Magma Ranch on the fast break moves the ball inside. Shot's no good, but there is a foul by Walker Butte. Magma Ranch at the line with a chance to extend this lead, and they really need that right now.
It's definitely important that if you, especially this point of the game, you obviously don't want to miss any shots, but if you're going to miss a shot, you got to get back on defense. And it looked like Walker Butte there just did not get back on defense and gave up a foul there, which is going to be critical. It could put them in the bonus, obviously get a chance to get a couple of points, a foul on one of their players. It might come down to free throw shooting for both teams in this game.
I was just thinking that we haven't seen a ton of free throw shooting in this game, but close game, coming up to the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter, a lot to play for going to the championship game. This seems like one of those games where free throws might become a factor.
And maybe some nerves too. Both of these teams want to get to the championship desperately. You see this
0 for 2, but again, an offensive rebound. Magma Ranch retains possession, pass inside, and they get their 2 points with the layup rather than the free throws.
Walker Butte just went to sleep there a little bit.
But an ill-advised pass, half court all the way to the rim, is tapped away by Magma Ranch. They come up the court, and another foul by Walker Butte will put Magma Ranch on the line, and you can't do that at this point in the game.
Absolutely, and it looks like Walker Butte might be getting a little bit of some arguments, between the players there. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like Magma Ranch has a chance to extend this lead, and Walker Butte's got to come under composure right here. You might
some miscommunication between the Coyotes on defense there.
Definitely some miscommunication. Let's see how Walker Butte handles it.
And that first free throw is good as Magma Ranch pushes their lead to 4 points with a chance at the line here to add one more to that score. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go in quarter number 4. Second free throw is up and good. 5-point lead.
Big free throw shots there by Magma Ranch.
And looking at the score, we talked earlier about the magic number for Walker Butte. That magic number doesn't look so magic in this game. They're going to have to do a little bit more to walk away with the victory.
They're going to have to speed it up. They're kind of taking their time to get a good shot.
3-pointer on the perimeter is good. Walker Butte closes that lead to 2 points, and they really needed that.
They've been living and dying with that all game, and that was a big shot.
Magma Ranch will try to respond. They have the ball up at the perimeter, playing the spread offense. Pass inside to the corner. Into the paint. And no foul on that play. I mean, that's the last 2 times down the court they shot free throws. That was just good defense. And Walker Butte has, it sounds like a broken record, but a chance to tie with the shot from the corner. No good. Defensive rebound by Magma Ranch.
Magma Ranch has to look at the clock as one of their allies right here. And trying to get a good shot.
Oh, and a 3-pointer, no good. You got a 2-point lead. There's 50 seconds left. You can't take that shot with 16 left on the shot clock.
Absolutely.
Walker Butte tries to take the lead with a shot from the corner. No good. Offensive rebound. That shot is up and good. We have a tie ball game with 41 seconds remaining to go in quarter number 4.
Well, it looks like both teams are just wanting to push it for whatever reason. I thought Magma Ranch could have maybe just waited a little bit longer and try to get a shot with about 6 or 5 seconds left on the shot clock, but they chose to take a 3 there with 16 left, and I don't think that was a good possession by them.
You have to be more disciplined than that. You know the game situation. You're not in a position where you can run the clock out, but you also don't want to give Walker Butte more than 1 or 2 possessions with under a minute left to go in this game.
No, and it's probably just as good as if you shot it with 2 seconds left and you miss it, as opposed to shooting it with 16 seconds. I just don't understand what Magma Ranch was trying to do there. They got the presence inside. When you're up by 2 and you got a dominating inside presence, you want to get the shot clock down and try to get it to your big men and let them either get fouled or make the basket. And either way, you're going to be winning by more points.
You think maybe they're getting a little bit cocky. You hit a couple of those and you feel invincible and feel like you're going to make them all. Now you put your team in a terrible position where you should have the lead. You should be trying to run out the clock and control this game, and you're not.
Yeah.
So
what happens?
Ball back in play. Magma Ranch moving the ball around the perimeter. They're setting up their offense for 3 at the top of the key. No good. Another ill-advised shot. And 30 seconds left. Walker Butte has a chance to take the lead at a critical time in this game.
You want to get the best possible shot right here. You don't want to rush it, but you want to make sure that you get the best.
And that was not the best possible shot. A deep 3 ball, not defended, but too far away. And Magma Ranch has the ball.
They're not calling a timeout. They're just going to let it run and see what happens.
So last shot opportunity for Magma Ranch. They're either going to make this shot or we're going to head into overtime. From the inside, that ball is up. And no good. Offensive rebound goes in. But the buzzer had sounded.
It didn't count. You know, I always try to teach my kids, you know, if you're shooting a last-second shot, you want to shoot it with like maybe 3 seconds left so that you have an opportunity to get an offensive rebound, and if you do, you can shoot that offensive rebound. Looks like they had it, they just didn't have enough.
That's going to take us to overtime. An exciting regulation. It seems like we need some free basketball here. We'll head into the overtime period, tied at 46.
Hello, FUSD. I just wanted to say how proud we are of all of our students. Our students have been doing such a great job with the transition to distance learning. I cannot express how proud I am to be part of the FUSD family, and I cannot wait to see all of our students in our classrooms again, eager and ready to learn. I hope that everyone is staying safe and healthy. I want everyone to keep working hard and striving to be the best student you can be. Oh, and by the way, go Gophers!
And here we are back for the overtime period. Coach Silvis, I remember earlier in the fourth quarter we talked about 47 being the magic number for Walker Butte, having never lost when scoring 47 points. And it looks like had they hit 47 points, we would not be here for free basketball.
Well, you were spot on with that. Both teams, you know, you got to give it to these kids. Obviously, no team wants to lose. The kids don't want to lose, but you know, you just gotta see who wants it more in overtime here.
3-minute overtime period. The opening tip of overtime goes to Magma Ranch as they take a look at this Walker Butte defense, trying to figure out how are they going to score points. Works the ball inside, backs the defender down, but that shot is no good as Walker Butte brings the ball up the court. They get into their half-court set. Pick at the top of the key, and 3-point shot, no good. Walker Butte just seems to be over-relying on the 3-point shot to keep them in this game.
They really are, and they're gonna live and die by it. I don't know if that's their game plan. I mean, obviously get some shots, but we'll see what they're gonna do. I think both teams are gonna win this or lose this by their defense.
And that's just what Magma Ranch needed. Pass down the center of the key, laid up and in for a 2-point lead. 48-46 with 2 minutes remaining in the first overtime period. Walker Butte works the ball around the perimeter. Inside pass.
Great pass. Great pass. They've been wanting to do that all game. They're like little pick and roll. They look like a little slip screen there, and got the guy rolling to the basket. Good pass by the guard there.
Good job handling that pass too with one hand. But Magma Ranch is going to back the player down, and that's a tough shot, but it is good. Magma Ranch extends back to a 2-point lead, and it looks like Walker Butte's going to need a timeout to talk over what's been going on here.
Yeah, that's their bread and butter. I think he missed some shots there towards the end of regulation, but it looks like they're trying to get the ball down to number 23, Magma Ranch is, and they're going to probably live and die with him either making it or missing it to try and win this game.
And I don't even know what you say to Walker Butte there. They were in defensive position. They had their body on the offensive player. That shot, it was just a good shot.
Yeah, you just got to do a better. Walker Butte's just got to do a better job of making sure that pass doesn't get to him. Maybe double teaming the point guard up at the top of the key, getting the ball out of his hands, or just have some better rotations there on the inside. to where number 23 just doesn't catch the ball.
Yeah, you got to do something with another player there, because when you look at that last score right there, defensive player couldn't have done much more without drawing the foul, and in this situation, you don't want that either.
He kind of did what he needed to do, but the other players, his teammates, Walker Butte's teammates, gotta do a better job of helping him out right there, because 23 is almost a guaranteed bucket down in that area.
Absolutely. So Walker Butte will inbound the ball with 1 minute and 43 seconds to go in the overtime period. A quick shot from the top of the key is no good, rebounded by Magma Ranch.
That was a great play that Walker Butte drew up there at the timeout. It just didn't fall for him, but it was a great play.
Very open on that shot. I mean, that's going to go in 75% of the time, so that was a good shot to take as Magma Ranch works the ball around the outside.
This is where they should. Oh, they got it inside.
Oh, but the shot does not foul, but just like we were talking about, number 23 on the interior, shot from close up.
I was just going to say they might want to take a little bit more time, but when you get a shot, when you get an opportunity to get a shot like that, you got to take advantage of it, and that one was almost in as well, but he's got 2 free throws at it, and that's just what you want. You want to get one of your best players shooting free throws.
He misses the first free throw there, so this is still going to be a 1-possession game, and there's a big difference between making that shot and missing that shot.
That was a big miss. So Walker Butte's got some life.
All right, free throw attempt number 2 coming up here as Magma Ranch tries to extend their lead to 3 points. We're over halfway through the overtime period. Shot is up and good. Walker Butte will inbound the ball down by 3 as they bring the ball up the court.
I'm wondering if the crowd had a factor in that missed free throw there.
Yeah, it might have distracted him a little bit, but a lot to play for in this game, as we're talking about going to the championship game, and a lot to play for here. I think pure adrenaline might be driving a lot of these players at this point.
Absolutely.
Pass. Oh, how does he miss that shot?
Oh, that's got to be nerves, or he's got to be wow.
Underneath the basket, not a defender within 10 feet, and Walker Butte capitalizes on that miss by
advantage. Oh, man, that's
1-point game as Magma Ranch brings the ball up. 45 seconds left to go in overtime period number 1. Passes the ball on the inside, and they managed to defend that inside position there. Magma Ranch forced to kick the ball back out to the perimeter as they try to work their way into the defense. Shot clock winding down. Shot from the top of the key is no good. Rebounded by Walker Butte with 24 seconds left, down by 1 in overtime.
They're not calling a timeout either, it looks like. No, they're going to play.
Probably trying to get a good... Oh, look at that! Drives to the basket. Shot is no good. 16 seconds left, down by 1. 2 free throws coming up.
The guards for Walker Butte have definitely been keeping him in this game. They've hit some shots outside and got some penetration. That was a big penetrating move right there. Let's see if we can capitalize on these free throws.
When you're 10 years old playing basketball in the front yard, this is the situation you put yourself in.
This is what you dream for. This is what you want to do.
No good on the first free throw.
That's got to be nerves. It's got to be nerves.
Walker Butte still down by. They had a chance to take the lead, and you got to hit your free throws at this point.
I've always told kids they're the hardest things to coach is free throws.
Shot number 2 up and away. Oh, misses them both, and they're going to be forced to foul here.
Wow.
Goes to the line, goes 0 for 2 with the chance to take the lead and send your team to the championship game. 0 for 2.
As a coach right here, you got to tell your Walker Butte players, like, listen, even if he makes both of these free throws, we're still 1 possession away from tying it. So you gotta think of the positives. You gotta get your teammates, his teammates, that to just kind of forget about those missed free throws.
And Magma Ranch hits the first free throw, the opposite of Walker Butte there. He just absolutely drained that free throw, pushing the lead to 2. But like you said, Coach, this is, regardless of this next shot, which is up and good, you still have a 1-possession game.
So you got to have your best three-point play has got to be drawn up right here. You got to think number 3 is going to either take the shot or pass to the man that's going to take the shot. You got to have the ball in his hands. You might want to think of shooting it with maybe 3 seconds left so that maybe you can get an offensive rebound and maybe throw it outside a la Ray Allen in the Heat against the Spurs a few years back in the NBA. But yeah, you got to have your best 3-point shooters out there, and
You know, having watched this game, perhaps the best shot Walker Butte could go for is a 27-footer fadeaway while being defended.
I would think not, but you never know. They've kind of been doing that all game, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how the coach draws this one up.
Well, in the season, Walker Butte is 33% from the line. So if we're looking at this statistically, Walker Butte has a 1 in 3 chance of tying this ball game up. But that percentage is going to go down because Magma Ranch knows exactly what's coming. You don't have time for...
Exactly. And Magma Ranch is probably going to tell them that, listen, there might be 1 or 3 for making it, but they're definitely going to be two-thirds are going to miss this shot. So we'll see what happens.
And we get ready for the inbound to Walker Butte. And they go for an inside pass that is knocked away, but they swing the ball on the outside. They look a bit out of sorts here as they try to figure out how to win this game.
Not know that they're only down, but they're down by
From deep outside off the front of the iron.
Wow.
Shot's no good. You wonder if that's coaching. They really didn't look like they came out with any sort of plan on how they were going to win this game.
I don't know if Walker Butte knew they were down by 3. It looks like they thought they were down by 2 only.
But at any rate, that is going to put the first semifinal game in the books. Congratulations to Magma Ranch as they secure the victory and head to the championship game. Let's head back to the analyst desk and break down what happened and what went wrong for the Coyotes. All right, we're back from an exciting game. Elwin, as you just saw, Magma Ranch takes the victory, 53-50, there against Walker Butte, notching their pathway to the championship game. What do you think about that game?
Man, what an exciting game. End of regulation, 46-46. Magma Ranch has a last-second attempt to take the game and misses the shot. It was a great game. What I noticed after the game, we're looking at the stats, the big man play was very important for Magma Ranch.
And Magma Ranch has done that all season. That's kind of been their identity as a team. When we looked at the statistics for the year, they were the number 1 ranked team at points in the paint, and that's really how they carried the victory today.
I agree. 30 points in the paint today, plus 5 in offensive rebounds, plus 8 in defensive rebounds. Can't win a game if you can't rebound.
And I mean, we're getting ready to head to game number 2, where we will see the Florence Gophers in action against Circle Cross Ranch. And after watching Magma today, despite the outcome of whoever wins that next game, it's going to be hard to beat Magma Ranch if they play inside like they did today.
I agree. If they continue to dominate inside, the rest of the teams are in trouble.
Well, there you have it. That is going to put the first game of our doubleheader here in the semifinals in the books. Congratulations to Magma Ranch as they head to the championship game. We're going to be playing game number 2 here in a moment to see who will join them in the championship game. But once again, on behalf of the staff and students in the Florence Unified School District, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day.